We are here in the northern part of India, the capital city, Delhi, the venue for the third one-day international in the 7-match series. We are in Firozshah Kotla Stadium. The Delhi and District Cricket Association will be the host for the third one-day. Capacity of 40,000 expected here this afternoon. Warm and sunny. Good conditions for cricket. The two matches have been very, very entertaining. It's the third of the 7-match series. And two very good sides. India taking on Australia. First match of the series, narrow victory for Australia, winning by 4 runs. And the second one, India came back very strongly, winning by 99 runs. And plenty more to come in Mohali, Hyderabad, Guwahati and Mumbai. We'll find out about the pitch. A lot of debate about the pitch here in Firozshah Kotla. Let's go down to Sunil Gavaskar.
In the old days, when you came to play at the Kotla, the pitch used to have a sheen on it. And you could actually go there and comb your hair if you wanted to. Now it's completely different. And what we saw in the Champions League a few days ago, there was a bit of a dent just about every part of the wicket. The dent is a little bit there. The scales are there, but none of the scales you can see are loose. So I don't think the ball will grip that much or the pitch surface will come away. But the team batting second will struggle. Because despite the fact that there will be dew in the outfield, the whole square is dry. And that dew will really not affect the batting so much. But even the Delhi boys, Sehwag, Gambhir, will struggle. It's a bat-first pitch because the runs you put on the board will be hard to be chased by the team batting second.
It's the 100th game today. Overall 99. India managed 33. Australia 58 and 8 of them no results. So it's been Australia dominating head-to-head. So the 100th game coming up between India and Australia today. Let's go down to Ravi Shastri, who's with the two captains for the toss.
Well, it's toss time here in match 3 of the 7-match one-day series. Chris Broad, Ricky Ponting, MS Dhoni all in readiness. MS Dhoni will spin the coin. Heads is the call.
It is a head.
Heads it is. Ricky, you won the toss. What have you decided?
Yeah, we're going to have a bat, Ruff.
Looks totally different from the last pitch.
It does, looks a lot different, yeah. Obviously a lot drier, so we'd expected it to probably start okay with the new ball and then slow right up as the game goes on. So.
You've calmed down now? You were pretty upset yesterday with the practice facilities?
Oh yeah, just a bit disappointed. It wasn't that bad. I mean, we'd only played the day before, but normally expect when you turn up to a venue that the practice facilities will be ready to use. They weren't yesterday, but it's no big deal. We just got on with it and got out of training what we could yesterday. So a few changes for our side today, but the guys are looking forward to it.
Last game you might have lost, but it's still 1-1 in the series and lots to play for with 5 games to go.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. That was the one positive to come out of the last game, was that the series is just back to 1-1 again, almost back to the start of the series. So a nice toss to win today, I think, and now it's up to our batsmen to get out there and put on a good display.
What do you reckon is a good score? Have you spoken to some of the local people around here?
We've spoken to a few of the guys that played in the Champions League here that played a fair bit of cricket, and obviously they were lower scoring type games there. We won't put a limit on ourselves today, but I think if we can get 200 and 220, I think that's going to be a pretty good total.
Have a good one, Ricky.
Thanks, mate.
Ricky Ponting winning the toss, deciding to bat first. MS, you would have batted first as well.
Well, of course, no surprise if you win the toss on a wicket like this, you got to bat first. One of the reasons being it's a relayed wicket, so not many people are sure how it will behave.
And what's the morale like in the dressing room? Big win the other night, but still long way to go in the series.
Well, of course, it's a 7-1-day international match series, so of course it's important to play good cricket over a consistent period of time, because it's not like you win 3 games and you're through in the series, that one more game really adds on to it, winning 4 to win the series. So it's a long series. There will be ups and downs. The morale has been good. We have been practicing hard, and the team building and all the other aspects have been good.
What's the preparation been like? Just one day between the 2 games?
Well, it has been good. A couple of days. One is, of course, a travelling day, and the next day we practice. So we are putting much emphasis on the fielding part. So we had a good long fielding session, and then we went on for the net. So it has been good. The effort has been great.
Sticking to the winning combination?
Well, of course, it's the same team that we are playing with.
Have a good one, MS.
Thanks a lot.
Well, there you go. Australia have won the toss, and they've decided to bat first.
Both teams reckon it's not going to be a high-scoring game. No pain in this match, so Ricky Ponting has decided to open.
Yeah, Ricky Ponting steps up, doesn't he? MS Dhoni, what a magnificent innings from him just a couple of days ago. And set up the win for them. Just outstanding. As Mike Hussey said, that they were outplayed every department of the game just a few days ago. But Ricky Ponting steps up and he will open the batting. Look at that, 12,130 runs. So he's calling for an arm guard or a sweatband. Shane Watson, who's been in great form leading up to this tournament, to superb hundreds in the Champions Trophy, which Australia won. 93 matches for him, just 2,000 runs. Strike rate of 82, he likes to get on with it. In that run chase the other night, this guy especially didn't let them get away. Praveen Kumar bowled absolutely beautifully, swung the ball both in and away from the right-handers. 29 matches, 35 wickets. Comedy rate's pretty good, 4.96, and he can bowl. He likes the new ball. This pitch, Shiva, will test everybody, not just the batsmen and the bowlers. It's a completely different surface to the one we saw the other night.
Just a bit of swing straight away for Praveen Kumar. It's the kind of pitch where you want to bowl stump to stump. First runs, it'll be a boundary to Watson. It's 4 for no loss.
What a glorious cricket shot this is. Forward, look at that, collapsed on the back leg. The magnificent square drive. It used to be called the bowler's last ball mentality. He's bowled 5 dot balls and then he goes for 4 off the last. Ashish Nehra, 85 matches, coming around at 4.8. Had a bit of time out, but he's come back and he's looking good.
Getting a long stride out, finding the gap, not looking to hit it hard, but he will still get a boundary.
Ricky Ponting, have a look at this shot. He's blocked it for 4 through the covers. And they would have discussed this. We're going to have to wait for the ball to come on. Just a little punch and it just kept running away.
It's 12 for no loss. Bit of chase for Harbhajan Singh, but it's a quick outfield. For the second time, Ricky Ponting has just eased into a shot and getting him 4.
Well, we know that Ricky Ponting early in his innings will go hard at the ball. He's taking the bottom hand off the bat so that he can't push forward. Just relaxing with the bottom hand so it can't push forward through too early. Letting the ball come to him, and he's got 4 for it.
Both teams reckon it's a difficult pitch. The overthrows again. A direct hit, but they will pick up the single this time. Suresh Raina, the fielder.
We've seen in the first 2 games, the Indians have struggled to hit the stumps. And just... it was needed, he had to have a go, but they've hit him at last.
Inside edge. Ashish Nehra, over-optimistic.
Yeah, they're always looking for the LBW with Ricky Ponting. He pushes out a bit early. There were 2 noises. They thought it might have hit the pad first. To me, it sounded like bat first. But this will show us. It's all together.
And a very good decision from the umpire. Like you mentioned, the angle would have taken it outside the line of off stump.
That beehive there of where to bowl. What a beautiful, beautiful piece of timing that was. Just push forward initially. The length meant that he had to rock back slightly, and he's just caressed that with no effort whatsoever.
Exquisite timing, and the good thing was he waited on it. Allowed the ball to come onto the bat instead of knocking the cover of the ball. The emphasis was on timing. And a good result for Watson. That's pulled just past mid-wicket. And it will race away to the boundary, one of Ponting's favourite shots. Just for a moment he might have had his heart in his mouth because he was looking to keep it down. It was in the air.
There aren't many in the world, if any, that plays the pull shot better than Ricky Ponting. He makes no mistake here. It is reasonably close to the fielder in that attempt to keep the ball down. One wonders, maybe.
Plenty of work has gone into this stadium with the Firozshah Kotla. Extra 2 tiers added. And whoever thought one-day cricket was dead and buried should come out here and just check the noise and the atmosphere. There were people queuing outside a good 2 hours before the start of the game, wanting to get in. Driven down the ground for 4. It was fractionally overpitched, but Ponting did well to hold his shot. Just waited on it, full face of the blade offered, and a nice punch down the ground.
Keep the hands high. It's the secret of on driving. Keep the blade of the bat on the ball and through the line. Beautifully played, and in a fast outfield like this, it's just a punch, really. Watson 15 for 33. He's the one who's got a little bit stuck. Ponting's been pretty fluent. 22 from just 24 deliveries.
That's in the air, punch with the bottom hand. And a chase here for Praveen Kumar, and he does well. Does really well to pull that back. He's kept the batsman down to 2. Good commitment.
Yeah, a little bit of lazy running here too. Wonderful fielding. Take nothing away from the effort in the field, but Watson certainly didn't run the first one all that quickly. I think he fancied he got away for 4.
Turn, takes the outside edge. Another couple of runs for Watson. You can see that last ball just gripping the surface.
Also slow though, isn't it? That's the trouble. Plenty of time to adjust. It's almost played that off the middle of the bat.
That's a very good shot. Excellent timing. That's beautifully played because the previous ball had turned, so you had to ensure that he was right on top of this ball. And timed it beautifully on the onside.
It's flown off the bat, hasn't it?
He's got hold of that. Fractionally short, he's pulled it to the boundary. Very quick to get back and across.
And that's rather ruined a very good over up to now. Look how low he's had to stay though, Watson. Hardly any bounce there at all. Let's watch that ball very carefully.
Pulled away there, Shane Watson. Great shot. That's the over at 67 for 9.
You can see how low and slow the pitch is, that he could actually play the pull shot off the front foot.
Rocking back, and wonderful pull shot. Asking the question. No is the answer.
It has to be no, because the ball is turning a little bit. So the umpire's got to be 100% sure that the ball is going straight through with the arm. And unless he's absolutely sure, he's never going to give it out.
Given not out by the umpire. India very excited. We'll have to go upstairs. Now, whether Shane Watson has dragged his toe out of a line, We'll have to wait and see, but an excellent delivery by Yuvraj Singh.
And smart work by the Indian captain as well. I think he is struggling a bit at this particular point of time. The bails are off, not in their groove. This will give us a better idea. He's dragged his foot out, and yes, I think you can see the stumps are dislodged at this stage.
Judging by the cheers in the crowd, Shane Watson. It's the first Australian wicket to go.
A little bit of turn there, pushing, prodding forward, dragging his foot out, and Dhoni completing the stumping. So the first.
Mike Hussey is the next Australian batsman, and a lot of experience there. 123 matches. He's had a wonderful 2009 as well. So it's a big part of the game now for Australia, with the two most experienced players out there, Ponting and Hussey. Yuvraj Singh, that's good work this year as well. Excellent thinking with Yuvraj continuing around the wicket to the left-hander. As we've seen, the spin, I'm sure every batsman that walks out there is going to be aware that the odd one is going to turn, it's going to grip and bite. Of course, as a batsman, you can't think about that. The coach wants to merit. It has to be there in the back of the mind. And turned. I want to give that a little bit of a rub, because that looked like it hurt quite a bit there. Just to the side of the head, some neck region. Tim Gambier, have a good look at it here. Probably nearly as good a look as what he had.
Well, that's a pretty nasty one, because it was hit, and I think when he turned his head, the part of the head which is not under the helmet got exposed. You can have a look. He's turned his head and he's got hit just under the helmet.
In the line of fire, he's managed to do that for his team. He's taken a blow there. Upping the right side of his neck. The left-hand batsman as well. I wonder if that's going to be swelling there. That might hit the road of his batting. Is he over? 79 for 1.
See if they can pick the gaps, push it around, get a boundary and over maybe. He was going to sweep that and changed his mind. Beautifully played. Another single. So they've got 3 off it so far, and there's 1 ball remaining. If they pick a single or a couple off it, a boundary would be a real bonus.
So at the halfway stage, Australia 101 for 1.
Suresh Raina, he played a great innings in Nagpur as well. Got 60 in about 45 deliveries. So time since the last boundary is 41 minutes and 66 balls. Tough going for those batters.
Against the spin, that'll bring up half century for Ricky Ponting. Measured innings from him on this surface.
Well played, Ricky Ponting. Crowd appreciates it. That's what I love about Indian crowds. They really know their cricket. Interesting to see who bowls the last 10. Whether they run with the quicks as is normal, but it's very, very difficult to hit the quicks if they pitch it just short of a length on this track.
That's in the air, and Dhoni can't get it. He had to come around Ponting. He was unsighted for a bit. What will be interesting to see, was there any bat or glove here? Dhoni certainly thought there was something.
Yes, I think it was off bat and then up into the armpits. Ricky was very clever there. Didn't have to move his ground. He can stand there.
He almost pulls this off because he had to come around, reach out.
See Ricky's back foot there. How clever was that? Made out that he was going to try and kick the ball away. Attempted run out. Let's have another look at that. They just struggle to hit the stumps. They've hit them twice today, the Indians, but when it counts, they're missing.
Still think it would have been touch and go.
MS Dhoni thinking about what he needs to do from here on. He needs to break this partnership worth 56 between Ponting and Hussey. Average team total batting first, 246. They can get there, Australia. Jadeja into the attack, another appeal and up goes the finger. Sanjay Azare, the umpire, had no hesitation. And Jadeja striking with his first delivery.
As that hit him, full toss on the toe. Ponting's absolutely livid, but that might be just because he happens to be out. It might not be a disagreement with the decision. No, it hasn't hit him straight on the toe. It's pitched, it's turned. It's got a big stride in though. He's livid, Ricky. Ricky Ponting, 59, 128 for 2.
Cameron White comes in at number 4. .44 matches, good strike rate, held the average. Needs to get himself in.
There's quite a lot of questions need to be asked that Hawkeye says there's absolutely no doubt about that whatsoever. To see how much the ball had turned and straightened, and did he have... I got the impression that it kind of hit him on the half volley.
Just the 4 fielders inside the ring, 3 of them on the offside. Just the 1 fielder on the left side, that's a short fine leg. In front of square on the leg side, you can pick up 2s. He needs to get a few boundaries while his partner gets himself in. Terrific delivery, it's gone through everything. And up goes the finger. Suresh Raina picks up a wicket. It's a huge bonus for MS Dhoni. He's made a couple of bowling changes. First Jadeja picked up a wicket, and now Suresh Raina.
Well, I've got to say, Cameron White is just a tad confused as to how he's out. And the shake of the head there, stood for a long time. Even after he was given out, he hung around almost in disbelief. He hasn't hit it, I don't think. But he's been given out. Caught behind off an inside edge onto the pad, but I don't know that he hit that. He's gone for naught though. It's 129 for 3.
Couple of wickets in quick time. Yes, in Adam Burgess. Very good numbers. Strike rate and average.
So all of a sudden this Australian innings has been turned on its head, with Ponting and White going in quick succession, having been really in a very good position and having built a platform. I mean, they're still not in a shocking situation here, other than they've got to start again.
Oh! 21 overs of spin. They're looking for the direct hit, but nobody to back up. He will get the single, Hussey.
Wants it to start with, gets sent back. Now the man on the boundary over there just didn't have enough time to get in to save the single. Keeper lets it go in case it hits.
The crowd's quite happy with the situation. It's a packed house here in Delhi. He's called for two. Good work by Harbhajan Singh, who had to put in the dive. It was well timed by Michael Hussey.
Just stretched Harbhajan a little bit. It looked like it could only be two, but then suddenly the ball seemed to be gaining on the fielder. Baji puts a big dive in and keeps it to two with a good throw, but suffered in the process. 130 balls since the last boundary.
It's gone fine. Might be the boundary that you're looking for. Yes, it is. It's come after a long, long time for Adam Ogis.
That's just very skillfully. Just a little paddle around the corner.
Sloppy. It's gone through the infield and will be another boundary. Australia need a few more of these.
Yeah, I think one has to put this down as a fielding error. There's an apology there from Sehwag. He feels that he should have stopped that. So does everybody else. Yeah, it's late going down. He gives away four.
Reverse sweep from Hussey. Beautifully played. 4 runs.
Well, he does play that shot very well, doesn't he? He packs enough punch into it, hits it along the ground, which is not easy to do. A lot of the reverse sweeps go up in the air, but look at the way he's closed the face of the bat and ensured that the ball is hit along the ground. I think Dhoni has to keep his faith in the spinners as well. The spinners have done the bulk of the bowling here. And they have done a pretty good job because they have kept the scoring rate at about 4 runs and over, little over 4 runs and over.
Hussey's on strike. And bowled. Well, you've got to bowl straight on this track. You can't get either side of the stumps. And that angle is bowling to Hussey, right arm over. Pitches about middle and leg. It's going to tuck him up. It's a beautiful line. And he says from that line there and that length, well, you can try and hit me over the top if you like, but you're going to take a risk to do it.
Michael Hussey's one shot of 50. 5 overs of Kumar and Ashish Nehra left. So maybe the Australians thinking that they will bowl a few of those in the remaining 9 overs after this one. And that's why they're waiting to take the power play. But I'm not too sure that Dhoni is going to use them all that much.
Turn to third man. He's pushing for 2, but I doubt it. That's his 50 for Mike Hussey. Another one. What a man. He's worked hard for these today.
Yes, it's not been easy. He's applied himself brilliantly. The 3rd consecutive half century for him here. Got a half century at Vadodara, got a half century at Nagpur, and now here in Delhi is turning out to be a very good tour for him.
.50 from 59. It's pretty good going. Oh, a little fiddle there. He missed it. Trying to run it down fine. There's no slip. Mike Hussey. So he employs the sweep. He's hit it pretty well. It's straight to Tendulkar out there. And don't the crowd love it when he's on the boundary?
Yes, they enjoy anything that he does. They love him here in India. They love him all over the world, of course, but more so here in India. And look at the way he's covered for that turn.
Down he comes and he's gone with the big one, but he'll be taken. Yes, Praveen Kumar. His first attempted lofted shot cost him his wicket.
Well, he's been relatively new to the crease. If somebody had to go for the big shots, it's got to be Michael Hussey, because he's got the measure of the wicket, not Adam Rogers. But Rogers, somebody had to play the big shot. He's gone for it. He sacrificed his wicket. He's upset as Australia have lost their 4th wicket for 172. Harbhajan picking his first wicket of the game.
As is on Ricks, his List A career is on debut today, and he's the 179th player to represent Australia in one-day internationals. A big moment for him. The batsman crossed. He won't be on strike. It'll be Hussey on strike. But it's Hussey last ball of this over, and he's picked it off. He's going to try for 2, but no. At least he's retained the strike. 173 for 4. Hussey now. Well bowled. Pretty hard to put that away for 4. Perfect length.
Yes, very good Yorker this from Ashish Nehra. Bang in the slot. The back lift was high, but eventually the bat speed had to come down and slow down as the attempt was made to dig the ball out.
No bowler is when they concede a couple. Good fielding.
Wonderful work there by Virender Sehwag. You'd see the disappointment in Mike Hussey's face. He knew if he'd just get it past him there. Backward point. That was 4, but outstanding work.
Some spin. Will this go to the boundary? Yes, it does. By signal, so sharp spin. 44 overs have been bowled. It's 187 for 4.
And I'm sure that the spin bowlers, Nathan Horrocks, in the Australian dressing room, will love to see this, the amount of turn on this and bounce. Certainly did a lot more than it was supposed to. Let's see what Harbhajan. Look at the field at the moment. It's pretty regulation. The men in the deep are at square leg, 3rd man and long off.
Good running. Hussey's so quick. And he will push Henriques here.
Yeah, the challenge here is once again to turn those 1s into 2s. Hussey's lightning. Henriques having to find a bit of turbo there to get to the other end. Great bit of fielding and a long throw. Slightly better throw. It would have been interesting.
A good chance here for Australia to get the acceleration on and run for everything. He started off earlier, Henriques is 11 of 12, and he can play the big shots like I mentioned a little while earlier. This is the ideal stage for him now with the second batting power play. They will have to take their chances. Had that hit, he would have been out. I think they're going to run for everything. Now Hussey takes a good look at the field. And Ashish Nehra. What's he going to try? Is it going to be the attempt to the Yorker?
Good strong calls needed out there. It's nice and loud. The crowd getting exciting. There's a very exciting cricket out here. The attention too. And support from the Indian supporters. Now, what is interesting too, when you do as a batsman, you're looking for the areas, you're looking for the zones you want to hit. I know Mike Hussey loves picking a ball up off a length with his lower wicket here too. He's might have to change that shot. I think straight down the ground is the way to go. So right through there's some sort of adjustment required by the batsman. Mike Hussey there, full stretch. Back in. Bit of a sportsmanship here. He's going to give him a hand. He's going to dust up his pads for him.
So 46 overs, 198 for 4. Just to remind our viewers, this is the second batting power play that's been taken. Still have 4 overs of it left. Jadeja will continue. This will be a test for him, because the batsman will take a chance. Now, only 3 men allowed outside the circle. There will be a long on for sure for the left-hander, and a deep mid-wicket. For the right-hander at the moment, we find there is a deep point, deep square leg, and a man at long off. Now, where will Hendrickers go? He's normally good down the ground. He's looking to go inside out, backing away, looking to hit over extra cover.
He's looking to hit it hard at that too. Give himself a lot of room there. Yep, definitely the stage of the innings where he has to take a chance. There are some wickets in the fence, behind the fence in the dressing room. Some big hitters at that too. Mitchell Johnson with him. Seen him clear the fence on many occasions.
Interesting field on the onside now. Deep mid-wicket, square leg going near the umpire. There's no one deep at square leg, backward square leg for the sweep. Again, gives himself room. Should get 2. It's the longer part of the boundary.
The throw was on the money there between Kumar. Oh, look at this. They ran it hard, Australia. Some excellent throwing there.
Brings up the 200. And we're into the 47th over. He's bowled in. Given himself too much room on that occasion. He tried that a couple of times. But on this occasion, the bowler winning the battle, and Australia lose their 5th wicket.
Really smart bowling there by Jadeja. Previous 2 balls, he saw Enriquez give himself room there, and once again just cramped him up. A little bit fuller as well. That's on Rex on debut. Out for 12. It's 200 for 5.
So out comes Mitchell Johnson. And with a job on his hands, he's got to try and play the big shots almost straight away. So a lot of cricket still to be played in this contest, and this jam-packed crowd could be in for a gripping contest. Very good over, just 2 runs off it, 200 for 5. Ashish Nehra, 7 overs for 34. And it's a big crowd, and people of all ages here today. It's Hussey on strike. Gets hold of that. Finds the boundary. It's a good start to the over.
That's the length he would have wanted. And Ashish Nehra obliging. Hussey, he loves picking the ball up off a length. That is his zone. As you can see, lovely during the power play as well, and 4 runs for Australia.
Early into the shot, just taking a little bit of pace off the ball.
I just wonder if there's some natural variation anyway, yeah, from the pitch, the surface. Just, on an occasion, it's just sort of even gripped a little bit there. Some subtle changes there. There's easy singles, possibly 2s on the leg side in India, willing to give those up for the boundary.
Good hit. That'll be 6. Extremely well played by Mitchell Johnson here. Mentioned he's a good striker of the ball, good use of the feet.
Yeah, not afraid to use his feet either. Coming down, hitting against that spin, but right in the zone that he needed to. No fielders there.
Goes for the big one. Gets the meat of the bat and 6.
Goes for the big one and gets the great big one. That's gone way over the top. I think that was an upper decker, as the Australian fielding coach Mike Young would say. In baseball terms, he was out of there.
It was the slower delivery, and he picked it nicely by chipping down the track. So it's Johnson on strike. Plays, misses. Important that he makes some contact, even if it's not a big one. At least he'll get away from the strike and give it back to Hussey. Hussey's got his highest score against India.
Yeah, the temptation is there to play the shot. It does take time. We've seen that from each of the batsmen coming out tonight. It takes a little bit of time to get used.
Final ball. Wait for the umpire signal. It's only a single. 10 runs off that last over, 11 in fact with that single, and Australia have set India a target of 230 from their 50 overs.
I think the Australian team will be quite pleased with that, not knowing what exactly was going to be a good total on this wicket. A lot of talk about it being slow and low. It's only going to get more that way when they have the ball in the hand. As they walk off, wonderful effort too by the Indian bowlers. They'll be very pleased with their effort tonight.
I think so too, Michael. I think Dhoni overall will be pretty happy with that performance. Restricting Australia to 229, the target 230. They still will have to play well to win it from here, but at the start of the innings, if you'd asked Dhoni what will he be happy restricting Australia to around this score, would have been his guess.
It certainly would have been, but also from the Australian point of view, wonderful start there by Watson and Ponting. Mike Hussey outstanding as you go through there, and Mbojas, Mos Henriquez as well. All good, all contributing to the Australia's total of 229. As you can see, those partnerships as well. Wonderful start from Australia, with Ricky Ponting coming up into the opening batting position, the unfamiliar opening position at that. But right at the start, that set the platform from Australia to score that total. Just look, I think we're going to be guaranteed a wonderful, wonderful evening.
You'll see the bowling as many as 7 bowlers used. I thought the spinners did a good job. The 10 overs, 1 for 37 for Harbhajan. Yuvraj did a good job too. Just 30 runs from his 8, and Raina chipping it with 4 overs. Don't forget Jadeja there, 2 for 41. So plenty of spin for India when they bowl. The target when they come out to bat, 230 to win at 4.6 runs per over.
The target is 230 to win from 50 overs, and that's just at 4.6 runs per over. And with me, Sonny Gavaskar. Can they do it? Sonny?
Yes, I think if they get off to a good start, a solid start, then they should be able to do it without too much of a problem. But the wicket will not improve If anything, the ball will keep a little bit low, and we might see Bollinger, who bowls pretty straight, as somebody who can be the danger man. Also, I think Nathan Horrocks, Adam Moses, who can turn their arm over. These are the guys who the Indians will have to watch out for. That's the new wicketkeeper, Graham Manu, replacing Tim Payne, who broke his finger. And has he gone back to Australia? He has gone back to Australia. Virendra Sehwag will take strike. And we all know that once Sehwag gets going, then the opposition is under pressure straight away.
And Sachin Tendulkar is due for some runs. Not overall, but in this series he's due. Look at that, 433 matches. Coming up for 17,000 one international runs. He needs 79 tonight. And it's Mitchell Johnson to bowl the first ball of the inning. And off the mark straight away. Virendra Sehwag. Now he's not going to, I don't think he'll bat any differently to any pitch that he's ever played on. He's just got one speed, hasn't he? And that's go. Moses on Reeks.
Yes, but I think this pitch is probably not suited for Virendra Sehwag's style of batting. He likes pitches where the ball comes onto the bat, so he'll be actually quite happy while the Australian new ball bowlers are there, because the ball will come onto the bat a little bit rather than when the spinners are on.
There's that width again, but he's got it away for 4. Beautifully played. This pitch will suit him, Sonny. Just a little bit more time to play.
Yes, and if the Australians keep on bowling this length, and then he will certainly relish the opportunity to get some runs under his belt. Class players like Tendulkar don't keep on failing.
And I'm just thinking this might be a pitch that Mitchell Johnson will struggle on. Here we go again. Back with a square 4 more. Great start for India. Over bowled 12 off it for none.
This is a bread and butter shot for him. You wake him up from deep slumber and ask him to play this shot, he will play it with no problems whatsoever.
Just a single off the last ball. The Aussies do tend to hit the stumps with the attempted run-outs. 14 for none. That's a good line, outside edge. It's the one.
Trying to replay that shot. Tendulkar knows that maybe he pushed out at that ball a little bit. Yeah, yes, he did. He knew that he wasn't in control of that. And although it went for a single, he'll be saying to himself, don't want to play that shot again. Certainly not to point. You want to play to mid-off.
Whoa, a little fiddle. That's that bounce that he can extract, and he'd be happy with that on this track.
Yes, he will be. He's a tall man, and he uses not just the shoulder but also the wrists very well, and that's why the extra bounce. A little too close to play that forcing shot off the back foot.
Tucked away in this field. Good teamwork, kept it to 2. 23 for none. It was Shane Watson, I think, at backward square there. The outfield's fast, nearly got to it. He saved a couple anyway. Reeks just slipped around and saved the extra 2. Ooh. That's an effort ball, isn't it, if ever you see one on this track? That'll be the first attempted bouncer, I think, tonight.
Bowled at 148 kilometers per hour. That was quick. And a good leave in the end by Virender Sehwag. Kept his eye on the ball right till the end and then just moved out of the way. But it's 3 dot balls. Now what will Sehwag do?
He'll have a go. He was in the air for a while, but there was no one there. He's got a single. He's got a strike at least.
Sehwag's opening partner for Delhi and India in test matches. Gautam Gambhir was hit on the side of his head. This is how we got hit. Ricky Ponting trying to pull Harbhajan.
It's been very impressive. Sidhu. Tendulkar getting much closer to the ball. Good fielding again. He saves a couple of runs for his side. India pick up 3.
Once again, it's just a little bit fuller than the previous length he's been bowling. And the little master. So just to turn the ball into the gap.
By the missed leg stump. Big appeal. Sahiba unmoved.
Well, his right hand was unmoved, much to the dismay from the Australian players. And a good look at that as well. Sehwag's down on the ground there. That might be a good sign. That's certainly going down leg. And judging by Virender Sehwag on the ground, that hurt a lot.
It was a quick delivery. 148 k is the last delivery. Clearly going down the leg side. Sehwag in trouble.
Yeah, at 148 Ks, the cricket ball does hurt. Tends to, when it hits you, miss the pad by the look of it. You got him on the top of the foot. Well, it generally doesn't bother him, doesn't he? He generally hits boundaries. He doesn't need to run. So, have a look at this from the stump cam. Oh, and that's hitting flush. Still got to get to the other end. The pain probably kicking in about gets halfway down the wicket.
You never know, Casper. MS Dhoni will sit on the head. First ball in the last match. Went on to get 100. Virender Sehwag getting hit now. Be a single and a deep square leg. 32 for no loss. Chairman of Nimba Sport, left extreme, Mr. Harish Tawani. And blue shirt, the gentleman, Amsh Vijay, from Deutsche Bank. Up and over. Sehwag, could this be the beginning?
That's brought the crowd to life. Just helping that one over the infield. Maybe there's a little bit of width there, but Virender Sehwag has come to life here, and just that bottom hand coming into play beautifully.
That's the wrong line. Knocked him over. Full length and straight. Much better combination on this pitch. The Delhi crowd stunned in silence.
Sehwag looking to hit that on the onside, playing across the line. That's what did him there. Johnson, seam up. That's, as you can see, he's going across the face there. The perfect length. Sehwag playing from the crease. Possibly would have been better if he was forward. He's out for 11. Scores 37 for 1.
Local boy walks out to the centre. He's in very, very good form. Gautam Gambhir. Strike rate almost 85 with a good average. Once he gets in, he plays the long innings.
And he's done that beautifully in the first 2 matches. Batted time, took a little time to get in, but made sure that we formed some very strong partnerships. Batsman at the other end, Sachin Tendulkar is that man at the other end at the moment. Great wicket that for Mitchell Johnson, and good reward for a very good start from the Australian bowlers.
.37 for 1.
There's a bowling change in his debut. Moses Enriquez going into it. Now he did bowl on this wicket as well during the Champions Trophy 20 competition. That's his domestic numbers there. He's an outstanding young talent in domestic cricket in Australia. So much potential. First played for the under-19 team, Australian under-19 team at 16. What a moment. He's got the ball in his hand.
And first delivery to Tendulkar. You will remember that.
What a way to start. A wicket on the first ball is the way the dream you imagine your first delivery to go. He did everything right though. Straight onto a good length. Good encouragement there too. His teammates realising it's a big moment.
I'm sure the batsmen out in the centre, Tendulkar and Gambhir, are discussing the need of partnership here. Pitching outside leg.
Once again, Doug Bollinger, like the other fast bowlers, coming in to the side, straight into his work and charging in. Great energy. That's what's required by the Australian bowlers here. Have a look at this one. We'll see the pitcher's outside leg. Well and truly. Just clearing his throat there, Doug Bollinger.
Couple of boundaries in the first over itself, and even now you can see he's not looking to hit too hard. This could be close. It's a direct hit. He had to run round the bowler, and I think he's short of his ground. Just the body language of Tendulkar suggests that he has not made his ground here. Direct hit from Mitchell Johnson, and the Aussies have struck a big blow. Gone.
Well, 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 it might have been the only way that it got him out, because he had adjusted brilliantly, but he's given himself out. He won't even look round at the board, I shouldn't think. He knew it. You do know it. When you know you haven't got there, or at least when you haven't got there, you certainly know it. Yeah, it's very, very quiet here right now. Dear oh dear, Tendulkar run out for 32, 51 for 2.
So a game on the hands here for India as Yuvraj Singh comes out to the middle. He replaces Sachin Tendulkar, so 2 left-handers out there in the centre. A destructive player, Yuvraj Singh. He will be at the non-striker's end as Tendulkar was run out. It always was a tight single. The moment you saw Tendulkar scampering across, then he had to run round the bowler, which meant an extra couple of yards, and that was good enough for Johnson. Took aim, hit on the full. Tendulkar a couple of yards short of his ground. And have a look at the crowd. Have a look at the Tendulkar man stunned into silence. Good delivery. Very good deliveries, full length, and coming back into the left-hander, hitting the stumps from everywhere, Australia. tend to run shy at the stumps is hitting.
They don't miss often. Something that they practice over and over and over again, but so do all the teams. Australia tend to hit the stumps more often than most.
Cameron White was the man shying at the stumps. He's bowled in. He struck straight away. Second ball on target. I just get the feeling that there could be an inside edge here, but the ball has hit the stumps. And India now in trouble. They've lost Gautam Gambhir.
Very little bounce here, I think, is what has been the undoing of Gambhir. Hasn't bounced very high. It's to scrape past his pads and hits the off stump. What a way to start for Horwitz, and wow, we got a game on now. Big problems for India. Gambhir gone for 6. 53 now for 3.
So the captain comes out to the centre with his side in a spot of bother. 148 matches, very good average for a one-day game, with a terrific strike rate as well. Fresh from a brilliant 100 in Nagpur, but this is a different pitch. And at the moment, Australia on top. And that's something you don't see too often. Senior most player on the side making a statement, going and standing at forward short leg. Normally, it's the other way around.
Absolutely.
That's gone through and will go for 4. Now this will be a test for Manu as well behind the stumps, because he has to tackle the bounce, to the turn as well. That one spun and kept low.
Kept very low indeed. I think you'll find this goes. Yeah, he's a bit late getting round there, it has to be said. A little bit slow moving there. But with the ball not bouncing didn't help him.
Dhoni off the mark. Worked on the onside, he'll get 2. Thing with these two, both good runners between the wickets. Both opportunists. They will read the game well. They will take their chances every now and then. They will be well aware of the required run rate.
Yeah, running between the wickets isn't always as to how fast you are.
So tight over, 3 overs bowled. I beg your pardon, 3 runs of that last over, 17 gone, 64 for 3.
He's had impact again tonight. In the first game in Vadodara, he first 7 overs, lost him just 15 runs. He took 2 early wickets. Is this the angle? The ball is sliding straight in there. No turn on that occasion. As he sweeps right into the fence. Wonderful shot from Yuvraj.
Yes, he hit it fine because the fielder was at the square leg. Wanted to hit it away from that fielder, and he's a particularly good sweeper of the ball. And look at the control on it, hitting it all along the ground. The wrists coming into play, making sure the ball hit along the ground.
Fuller ball, worked away, and another boundary, another much needed boundary for India.
This is the reason why this man cannot be kept quiet. He's got a range of shots, and he pulls him out whenever the team needs it. What an exquisite shot this is. A half volley, all right, but it still had to be dispatched. There was a square leg. So he made sure he hit it to mid-wicket and got 4 runs out of it.
But Moses Henriques on debut tonight. Good chase out here in the deep. Oh, a little bit of a slip, maybe some dew out there at the moment. Mitchell Johnson, a little bit of a slide, bit of a slip. Just got to check upstairs with the third umpire to find out whether he was touching the rope at the same time. This will be the angle. No problem with that. Kept it in. Good bit of filling.
Yes, lucky for him the ball didn't stay in his hands, because that would have otherwise been a boundary. But a very good effort, and you're right, I think there is a bit of dew here. That's what you would expect end of October or November, December. There'll be plenty of dew in the evening.
And that fuller ball there. Dhoni opening at face. And another boundary. It's over, 99 for 3.
Well, this was the quicker delivery, balled at over 94 kilometers per hour. You can see that not much spin attempted, and Dhoni edging it, partly opening the face of the bat as well. Another welcome boundary for India.
Beautiful shot. There was a small gap between the man at extra cover and mid-off, who was inside the ring, and Dhoni finds that gap to perfection.
Or it's over pitching here. Watch the right hand, the use of the right hand from Dhoni. And just splits the gap between mid-off and extra cover. There it goes. Bat speed's unbelievable.
Bit of work to do, but the ball will win the race. Yuvraj Singh it is this time. 112 for 3.
Well, an excellent over for India. 11 from it. This crowd very, very much alive again now. They were quite subdued not long ago. But these two brought them back to life.
So the ball's been changed. Another 8 overs with this ball, and the ball be changed once again after 34 overs. Good effort ball. Not carrying to the wicketkeeper.
An achievement to bowl a bouncer on this pitch. Keeper having a torrid time with ugly bounces. Look at that. We're still scampered through for another bye.
Peter Siddle into his 7th over. Take the risk. High percentage of direct hits.
Well, it's no wonder Dhoni sent him back. These Australians are deadly. Look at this. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That was quite a fearsome no, let me tell you. Fabulous fielding.
And he'll keep strike, picking up a single of the last ball. 128 for 3. Again, the single stolen.
A nasty bounce here, slower ball and just landing awkwardly. It's not the first time.
Chipped in the air, calculated, and what timing from Yuvraj Singh. That's gone for 6, would you believe it? It just seemed a gentle chip in the air, and when you see shots like that, you know why he's one of the most dangerous hitters in the world game.
Well, I'm believing it because we've got a replay. I was looking out there along the ground and it's gone all the way. Look at just a flick of the wrists. Bottom hand, see it? Picked it up and hit it over the fence. Amazing shot.
This time to the offside. Once again the timing good. So 6 off the first ball, now a boundary. And suddenly 10 runs off the first 3 balls. Once again, exquisite timing.
Yeah, down the track, out of his crease. Just changed the length of the ball. Fabulous cricket shot.
That's short. It's into the crowd for 6. It brings up the 100-run partnership and the 150 for India. Longer. That went a long way.
Well, batsmen have struggled to hit him for 6 today. But that's just Yuvraj. Look at that. It even kept a little low on him, and he's still going underneath it and hit into the crowd. There's the power and the timing. Hey-ya. Magnificent.
Goes through the offside. That's power for you. What a way to bring up a half century. A 6 and then a magnificent cover drive. It's India in overdrive now. 159 for 3.
Well, the gamble hasn't paid off. 2 good deliveries, the first 2 from Voges, but he's just it looks like he's lost it in his fingers. Can't grip it. We've even seen this happen to the greatest spinner of all time, Shane Warne, in that '96 World Cup final when he couldn't grip the greasy ball. Ravi's look, I can't beat that.
Exactly. Again, punched off the back foot. Will be cut off in the deep. So 3 runs of that last over. 163 for 3.
Delight to watch.
In the air, like a rocket, it goes to the boundary. It was a big stride forward, as if he was climbing into the shot, and that's exactly what he's done.
Look at that, that's out of the rough. That was quite wide, no fear. One of the greatest player, or probably the greatest player I've seen with the balls turning and the pitch is dusty and driving out of the rough was Sourav Ganguly. Gee, I used to love to watch him bat on crumbling tracks. There was no fear whatsoever. He just played it like it was a perfect track. Yuvraj's wagon wheel, nothing much straight down the ground. It's been very, very hard to hit down the ground.
That's bang down the ground again for 4. They're taking off Yuvraj Singh's bat now. That came back at Henriquez as if it was out of a shotgun.
Yeah, he tried to catch it, but it was past him by about 5 metres, I reckon. Came back like a rocket. Woo! Look at that bat. Look at the meat in that bat. Still going to be able to use it. But it's that lovely back lift and the downswing and just punching through it. Very little follow through.
Good hit. He's looking for the Yorker, but the timing has been splendid from Yuvraj Singh.
And look how easily Mahendra Singh Dhoni has completed the second run. He was going to run to the danger end. He's a non-striker, but look at the way he's taken the first and quick. Now Yuvraj is also taking the first run pretty quickly, but he knows that it will have to be up to. Yes, the equations come down out of 40 from 44 deliveries. It was 45 of 60.
It's got the edge. Because the dew, the outfield will be on the slower side. Pick up another 2.
He's deliberately pushing at that ball and opening the face of the bat to ensure it goes finer. It's good batting, very calculated batting from Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Will take the single. MS Dhoni. Bit of collision, but there will be celebration. 50 for the Indian captain.
A very well compiled half century too from the Indian captain, once again colliding with the bowler. This is a very good partnership between the Indian captain. Hit the ball hard. He would have been thinking that Sachin Tendulkar had got run out. Now here he finds. This is where sometimes you wonder whether the bowlers know where the ball is or where the batsman is coming from. He's had a look and he's moved in Dhoni's direction. Well, luckily Dhoni has just taken off and not made an issue of it.
Just the 2 4s. Plenty of 1s and 2s. Standing tall. The timing has been superb from Yuvraj Singh. It doesn't get any better. Full of elegance.
He's had a hard time on his debut. On the case. Bowling to a batsman like Yuvraj Singh on a pitch like this. This is just the ideal pace for Yuvraj. Look at the way he's used the pace and hasn't bent down for the drive, just stood up tall and hammered it away.
Big appeal. And up goes the finger. Amish Sahiba took a long time and decides Yuvraj Singh's got to go. But it's been a fabulous innings from the left-hander.
It has been. Just thought that maybe just a little casual shot from Yuvraj Singh. The ball might have gone down the leg side. It'll be interesting to see that. It really will be interesting to see that. But it's 201 for 4 after 44 overs.
6 overs still remain. India required 29 to win. Suresh Raina is the new man at the crease. And new man in the comp box, Robin Jackman and Bruce Yardley.
Yes, it's they're starting to feel it. The pressure. Required rate is up to 5.6 now. And they've been batting at 4.49. Batting power play. So the Aussies can have 3 men outside the circle. They don't need anybody in catching positions. And it's Pete Siddle, man for the occasion. I think he's bowled beautifully tonight.
Deliveries that are left. It's possible.
Little grin from Peter Siddle there. Could have been a feather, but he missed it. Golly. What if he nicks one behind? Eh? We got a game on anyway, but wow. You can just about feel it, can't you, on the bench there? down the ground. He's belted that.
Well, I've seen the cricket ball hit pretty hard by quite a lot of cricketers, but this is up there with all of them. It's flown back past the bowler. I'd love to know how long it took to hit the boundary board from when it hit the bat.
It was just the length, wasn't it? It was probably about 30 centimetres too short. And there he goes again. He's got 6 off it so far with 1 ball remaining. I don't think he's going to hold back here, Dhoni. A few fingernails missing tonight, I think, from that bench. 22 to win from 25. Sean Marsh. Slow delivery. Well stopped, keeper. Terrific. 208 for 4. It's all about length here to Dhoni. Just fractionally short, and he'll belt it down the ground. He's not frightened to go over the top. Oh, what a shot. Gave Verges no chance there at backward point.
That's the problem Australia have, you see, with the power play in place and a man in. The hint of width or the hint of the wrong length, and Dhoni's going to capitalise.
What a shot. Here he goes again. 4 more. It's amazing swing of the bat. He's so clever. At times his feet are nowhere, and he hits them in the middle of the bat.
Do you ask me that question again that you asked me at the beginning of this over?
Who's your money on, Jackers?
And as I say, off the back of 100 2 days ago, and still mistiming the ball at this stage of the game. It's nothing to do with his inability. That's all to do with the surface they're playing on.
Just needs to slip in a really good Yorker here, Siddle. No. One more. Nine required. Yeah, that's smart. Shane Watson hasn't had a bowl tonight. Opened the batting, batted well actually, 41 from 59, got stumped. Siddle's just trying to get that seam reasonably dry to get a grip at the top of his mark. Hands again. Dear me, that is amazing. It's a punch cut. 226 for 4.
Gary Kirsten on his left, Paddy Upton.
Yes, the Indian camp will be pretty happy at this stage. Just 4 to win now from 2 overs, so it's just a mere formality. They've only lost 4 wickets, and Dhoni's done it again. Seen them through. He's got to 71 from 95. Just paced his innings absolutely beautifully. When he was with Yuvraj, he gave Yuvraj the strike. He needed to hit that. Just jumped in front of his stumps and it kept a bit low. Last ball, last over. Look at that. Just the wrists and the hands. Pete said, what more can I do? It wasn't that bad either.
Wasn't that wide, was it? Normally width.
It's down fine. And he's missed it. And that's the game. 230 for 4. Dhoni's seen them through with 71 from 96. Great partnership with Yuvraj Singh. And the crowd's happy. I think this is a very appreciative crowd here as well of the cricket was played tonight. They knew that it was tough to bat on, but they stuck it out, and they've seen India through to another win.
Congratulations all round, and spare a thought for the vanquished. They played pretty good cricket, Australia, I thought. I still feel that somewhere along the line they were about 25 short, and I think those 25 went missing at around about 120 odd for one, and then they went bang bang 2-3, and it sort of set the innings back. The Indian spinners bowled particularly well at that time, which pushed Australia further back. But fantastic partnership basically between Yuvraj Singh and MS Dhoni. That's what set it up. And how often don't we talk about partnerships being the key in any form of the game of cricket? And once again that's been proved this evening.
Ricky Ponting disappointed, but he knows they had a go tonight, and they lost it with just 10 balls remaining after all that. This is the winning moment. Fine leg glance, just got away with the man, got away from the man at fine leg. Over the line it went, and they go 2-1 up in this 7-match series. I just thought he was fabulous, Dhoni, again tonight.
He was indeed, and just a little bit of information. Dhoni has remained unbeaten in a successful chase on 22 occasions. Only Mohammad Azharuddin and Sachin Tendulkar are ahead of him with that statistic. 22 times he's remained unbeaten on a successful run chase.
He's a highly intelligent cricketer. He's a great captain as well. When you think of when he first came into the team, he wasn't a slogger. He played magnificent cricket shots, and in no time at all, in all forms of cricket, he'd hit 100 sixes. Now he's taken over the captaincy, and he's pulled all that back, and he just plays very smart cricket now. With the partnerships there, 148, that's the match winner between Dhoni and Yuvraj, 148 from 173, and then 29 from 26 with Raina at the end, and of those Raina made 9. They all tried pretty hard, and it got away from them when the dew came. Doug Bollinger was just outstanding, 10 overs, none for 26. He's bowled a magnificent line and length. Horrocks started off well, but when it got a bit slippery, he got into a bit of trouble. So there it is, Australia 229 for 5 after their 50 overs. Hussey 81 not out. Fabulous innings from 83 deliveries. Ponting and Watson got amongst them. India 230 for 4. Yuvraj 78. Dhoni 71 not out. Tendulkar got 32.